G'day, Steve Hay here, Woodworking Masterclass with a very quick stream. And I haven't been in the house long enough to get kicked out, Jeff. I had a coffee and I went to go and have a sleep and that didn't happen. And I've just realised, I'll start again as if you weren't here. I'm not ignoring you, but I'll be back. G'day, I'm Steve Hay, this is Woodworking Masterclass and a very quick stream on the music stands that I'm doing. I'm just, that didn't work well. I'm just making the desktop to fit this one. I've already made the desktop for this one, which is this one here. So it'll mount on there somewhere or other, and your sheet music sits in that shelf like that. But this one is slightly different, and I've put scalloped corners on it. So I thought I'd do a real quick stream to show you how I put it together and how you can get scalloped corners. It's not difficult, it just takes a little bit of thinking and figuring out. If you'd watched the stream the other day, you'd saw me putting the mortise and tenon joints together here. I've done the same thing on the end here. I've made little mortise and tenon joints, and now I've got to glue it up and put it into one piece. However, let me say hello to Ray. Hello, Ray. Twice in one day, mate. Oh, this is the stream I meant to do. That one this morning, truly, that was off the cuff. I was in the office doing some computer work, and the chap rang up and said, can you put this through the thicknesser? If you don't know what I'm talking about, have a look at the previous stream, which I did actually this morning, which is about 8 hours ago, I suppose. And he had a big, beautiful slab of mango that he wanted me to put through the thicknesser. And it wouldn't fit my thicknesser, so we went to put it through the drum sander, and it wouldn't fit the drum sander. So I said, oh, we'll just plane it, and he gave me a funny look. I said, no, I'll video it. And then I thought, no, I'll do it live. And I've got to tell you, my heart was in my mouth when I said that, because I thought, oh, what if I can't do it? But there you go. I've got faith in the tool makers that make me tools. And the trick is have something sharp. Yeah, I know people will talk grey. So anyway, this is the configuration I've got, which is, let me just bring this camera in over here. Oh, I'll put that somewhere. Oh, I've got to show you something in a minute too. I got it in the mail. Have you ever had those things when you see something and you just got to have it? Well, this was one of those purchases. But I'm absolutely tickled pink I've got it. But I'll show you in a sec. Oh. G'day, Jared. Sorry, I missed you. Slipped in there. Oh, dear. Oh. No, all right, before I get on with this, should I show you now? Yeah, I'll show you now. They're just awesome. I've spoken several times about one of my favourite knives, and Mora knives are absolutely excellent. I love those for carving. I love certain carving chisels, but these, let's get a close up here, are my favourite. I just love them. And this, give me in here. Oh, no, that's better. Let's watch that way. And this is a box set. They've been basically made the same way. I don't think there's been any changes since 1955. In 1955, what they did was they put, I think that was right, it was in the 50s anyway, they put this barrel lock on it. And you see how it turns? So there the knife can fold, but then when you turn the barrel lock, it can't. So it makes it a very, very stable knife. And it's high carbon steel, so I've just got to wipe any of that moisture that's on my fingers off, or it'll mark it. But they're just an absolutely gorgeous knife. So, and that's the full, get back up here. That's the full set. I think that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Oh, look, they're numbered. Okay, I've made a mistake. Let's go again. That's What's the little one here? That's a number 2. Okay, that's a number 2. And then that must be, oh, they're fiddly little things. Let's see if that's got a number on it. That's the number 3. All right? So, anyway, let's go to sublime to the ridiculous. Get number 2 out. This honestly, this is the Crocodile Dundee moment. And you remember I've done it with my number 8 plane, and I've put my number 1 on the back of my number 8 plane. This is much the same sort of thing, because there's the number 2 knife. But wait, there's more. This is the number 13. How's that for a bit of gear? I am stoked with that. So there's your number 13, and there's your number 2. And it's a folding, it does have that locking ring on there, so it locks it. And it's razor sharp, and it's a pocket knife. And they tell me it's legal to carry pocket knives. But have a go. It measures 500 mil when it's fully open. So good on you, Opinel from France. Awesome knives. Love it. I don't know, I might use it. I just saw it, thought, I gotta have me one of those. Then I got the full set. Oh dear. Dumb things we do in life. But anyway. That's one of my eccentricities. I like buying good stuff. Oh, here we go. All right, getting back to the music stand. Where is that? Oh. Hey, Max, how are you? Yeah, as I said, that was a unscheduled stream. But okay. So that's my new knife that I bought. All right, so I've got to put this together, and in order to get, which one I want? That one. In order to get this scalloped effect, so the scallop effect, if I can find a pencil, is going to be coming in here, and then that cutting out there, and then that there. So you've got that, which one are we on? You've got that type of effect. And it gives it a nice flow, sort of coming in here, going around, and then down here and square along there. Now, this one isn't a problem. The external one, I can do that when it's actually put together, and I will do it when it's put together. But the internal one, you have to do before you assemble it, because it's very hard to get in there and make that nice and smooth. So that's what I'm going to quickly do. I had to look around the place to try and find, I can't find anything in here. I put a giraffe in here yesterday and I can't find it. My little router, trimmer router, I was going to cut a circle and use that as a template for the external radius there. So I was looking around and tried a bit of sticky tape, that was close. Jar top, that was close. And then this bit of scrap was in the wood turning shed, and it's just the right size, so we'll use that. So what I'm going to do is put that on there like that, see if we can get all cams happening, if we can. You can see, oh no, we might as well just go those two. So I'm going to put that where these two, the rail and the stile, meet. I'm going to put a little mark there and there, and then place that onto it until the outside radius of this touches both of those marks, which is about there. and then draw that in with a pencil. So now, when we've got that all happening, that's how it should look. Let me just bring you over there so you can see it. Right. Whoop, okay. So that's what I'm looking for. That's the external, or the convex, and then the concave, which will be up here. Once this is all glued together and dried, then I can cut that one and feather that in. But this one has to be done first. Oh dear, oh dear. There we go. Are we good? We're good to go. Oh dear. Yeah, they're good knives, aren't they, Max? No, you couldn't, Jeff. Well, you could, but that is going to leave you a little radius in the corner here where they go together. I could do it with a router, but I don't. I want it to be around and then a nice square punctuation and continuation. That's why I'm doing it off there. But you're right. You could use a 3mm router bit, but this is going to be much better. So I'm just going to trim that off. I could again. We could use a bandsaw. I might use a bandsaw. It'll be quicker. Oh, be back in a tick. I've got the wrong blade on this one, but doesn't matter. Won't be a tick. Got a huge 1-inch resaw blade in here, and it's not designed for cutting. I'll move this over. So I don't like it when I'm talking and it's not there. Where are we? There we go. So I've got a whacking great big resaw blade in here that is miles too big for this radius. See how messy my shed is. So what I'm doing is, instead of doing it in one cut, I'm just taking facets off. And I want to get as close to that line as possible because it's going to go on the router, and if I've got too much hanging out here, when I've crossed over that middle point, it's going to rip it to bits. Okay, that's close. What you could do, obviously I could do it with a spoke shave, but I've got this stuff, might as well use it. Okay, so get this, bit of double-sided tape, wherever it is. It's not the stuff I want, but it'll do. Oh, I'll be using that in a sec. Oh, boom. There's some scissors. Whoops. Oh. Ah. Oh, they need a sharpen. Give us a knife. Oh. Here we go. Okay. Put that on there. Now, I've got to bring this back to the pencil line. close as I can get it. There you go. Give it a quick squeeze in the vise. And that's glued, so we'll go over to the, move this one over to the router and just knock it off with a profile cutter. If it's turned on, there you go. And there we have it. Take that off from there, get the other one, because these have got to be the same. And we use the one I just did as a profile for the other side. That's my glue pot going off. Tighten that up again. Same thing. I'll be back in the chat room in a tick. Just knock this off with the bandsaw. And back over the router, which one? That one. All done. I hate using the router when it's just a small piece like that. So I'll just put that in there, get a sanding block, give it a bit of a round over, get rid of those marks. Hello, who we got there? Auntie! Hey?
What are you talking to?
I'm streaming.
Again?
Again. Have a go. Hey, again? See, you wouldn't have to come down if you'd asked me the first time.
You know what I'm doing.
I do. You want my light box. Wait, people. You just tell people your life story.
No!
Tell them about your car.
Well, apart from a bit, I don't really know.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently Papa bought me a car. But I have to fix it up. Hello.
You can read from the chat and all
That's
that.
what I was doing.
Whoa! All that in the mouth. And what did we have to do? What did you do? You replaced some things?
I had to replace spark plugs, the ignition coil, pretty much all the leads to the ignition. We got shocked.
Yeah, tell them about that. Papa's cruel.
I think how many volts did I do?
25,000.
25,000 volts straight through my body.
I said, hang on the high tension lead, but make sure it's insulated. Oh, what does that mean? Boom! That doesn't happen. First time I heard my grandson swear. Oh, there you go, Don. Oh, hang on, let's just wait a minute. I'll just make sure of it.
Turns on.
Works. Yeah. This is a great project. This is see, we get diverted in stream. This is the light box I made years ago, and we'll just see if it still works. Because Anthony wants to do some drawing.
I've already got the drawing. I just need to use it as light behind it.
There you go.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh, Halloween. Okay, there you go. All right.
Thank you, Papa.
Off you go, darling. Just get the dust off it so Nan doesn't go crook. All right, there you go.
Thank you.
What's happening with Scouts tonight? You going up?
Yeah.
Or? Yeah. Okay, no, just asking. I'll have this finished by then. Got to take the young fella to Scouts tonight. You all right?
I forgot about that.
Well, there you go. Yeah, if you can just shut the door when you go. Thank you. Thanks, darling. Okay, back to it. Now, what are we doing? What are we doing now? I've got to catch up. Everyone's been talking to me and I've missed it. Hey, Mother, how are you? I've missed you greatly. I'll get to you in a minute. What have we got here? No, you're next, Mother, yeah. Are you in Tassie for a while or are you off tripping around the place or what's happening? Have you done much woodwork? See, all these things I want to know. And we never caught up when you came to Brisbane. Or didn't you make it to Brisbane? Okay. Oh, Bob, he's up in the house, mate. Yeah, it's too wet for him. Stop picking on me. He loves it. He loves it. Now, I'll tell you what he does, Marty. He puts it down because he's homeschooled. We homeschool him because we're bringing him up. And he puts it down as media education or something or other. Oh, can you prove it? Yeah, go on a YouTube channel. Nah. Oh, geez, I'll tell you what, that is tough tape. Tough tape. It's carpet laying tape. It's not the stuff I normally use, but as I said, I can't find the stuff I normally use. There again, I can't find a lot of stuff in here at the moment. There we go, that's got it. Oh, have you been up? I don't think you've been in the wood turning shed, Max, have you? I've got a designated wood turning shed now. I'll start streaming from there soon. Yeah, I think I would, but as I said, I made that light box many, many years ago. A couple of decades ago, I think. Oh, yeah, I think we need to catch up with the phone call too. I'm worried. That's what I tell you what, I am schooling him in the ways of life. Not that mamby-pamby rubbish they pump out in mainstream. No, I had me rant this morning. So don't start me, I'll go again. No, it's funny. He just is one kid that doesn't fit the profile of the perfect student. Mind you, I haven't found any teachers that fit the profile of a perfect teacher either, so that's fair. Whereas his brother, he is going quite well at school. He can fit into the mainstream. But Anstey just didn't. So the option was we'll teach him at home. So Susie does a lot of the stuff around the desk and I do the practical stuff, and it seems to be working quite well. Okay, now there you go. You see what I mean, Jeff, when I said I didn't want any round corners. Where are we? There we go, side view. There it goes in nice and crisp. Whereas if it was CNC'd or router, I'd have a little inlet in there that would be not what I wanted. So that's how that's looking at the moment. And I will confession time, here you go. I will give you some free advice. Whenever you use a table saw, even if you are using it by yourself, always check it. Because I did this bottom rail here, and the tenon was just a smidgen too long. Only about, half a mil or something or other. And then I thought, oh, hang on, no, I should take it back a little bit further. So I thought of something else. I thought, oh, no, I'll take it back about 8 mil. What I didn't realise in the meantime was myself, this is personally, used it for cutting something else. And my brain was saying, well, that's all right, it's set up for the same depth as the tenon. And I went, whoop, and cut the entire end off. Luckily, I had enough scrap there on the piece that I could put it together. And yes, it doesn't hurt to double check these things. Now, I think that's going to be okay. All right, now we glue it together. And for that, this morning, the stream I did this morning, somebody asked me about some Nobex products, and I showed them this clamping system I'm about to use now. And if in any way, shape or form you're going to get into smallish box making, this is all the shavings from this morning's effort, or making anything that is more than one-sided, I heartily recommend these. They are just great. So there we go. I'm not using high glue on this, I'm using that other stuff, which I'll get in a minute. Here we go. Tide Bond. I'm using Tide Bond 1. And I can see some questions coming up, and I'll answer those in a second. What are we doing here? Good morning. Male. Can I say male? Because male Lily. Good morning. Well, good afternoon from Australia to Sweden. Thank you. High energy attitude. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed. It's a bit of a mad place, but we're getting things done. All right. So number one, let's do a glue up. This particular glue, I don't have much time to mess around with. And that's one of the reasons I do like it, because it glues quite quickly. Apparently luthiers like it a lot for the same reason. Oops. Okay. It's one of these things that you can't just, you can't sort of half glue it. You've got to glue it all up in one go. But we'll get there, we'll get there. Okay, so first of all, I'll put those two in. Square them up. And I'll glue these. Whoops. The reason I've got to rush to get this glued up, for those people that haven't been following the saga, I'm going over to my mate Theo's tomorrow, and yes, Jeff, we're going to use a CNC, and I want to triple clef put into this centre mullion. because I think it'll look nice. And then I'm going to inlay it with this particular one, brass, I think. Did I say brass? Or it might be copper, I don't know, it'd be one or the other. So it stands out, and then there's another music stand I wanted to make, and it'll get finished quicker than this one because I want to make it. And it's in ebony and jarrah, and it's going to have copper inlaid. Okay. I hope this works. All right, now these ones here. It's going to be a bit of a clean up once I get it going. And I prefer double gluing everything, so I put glue on all surfaces, preferably not the surface of the job. And we'll see how we go. Ba-dum-bum. There. And there. Okay. So this basically is a hectagon. No, it's not. Don't tell lies. It's a hexagon. Heptagon's got 7 sides, isn't it? Now, where's that? This is just the bestest thing. I think it comes with 10 pieces, but how many have I got any? I don't know. Ba-dum-bum. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need 7, I only need 6, so we'll take that one off. Okay, there we go, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, and this goes here. Ah, yeah, loosen it off, there you go. It always happens when you're under pressure, doesn't it, eh? The stress of it all. Here you go. Hello, my darling.
Hello, darling.
What? Your boss is coming, I'm in trouble. What?
Could you come and have some dinner? So you got
Yeah, I've got heaps to go. It doesn't start till 7.
Okay.
I'll have this finished in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Ask Anthony, I don't need to be there an hour early. All right. There we go. Now that goes on those corners. I'll give you a double view of that one. Okay. And then you just tighten it up here, and it's got a cleat that pulls in. And we just move it all around so it all sits nicely. There's a little knock-o-meter. Comes down a bit. You gotta hold your tongue right, I think. Here we go. No, I think I might turn that one around. That's better. There we go. I'll try that again. That's better. a little bit of a gap there I'm not happy with, but we can sort that out later. All right, get a rag and we'll wipe all that off. Should I give it one more tighten? I might just see if I can get a little bit more pressure on it. There we go. There you go. That's good. Rag. Okie dokie. It's important when you do a glue up to wipe all the excess glue off. The water's not going to hurt your job, but it makes it a heck of a lot easier when you come to sand and put a finish on, because you haven't got the glue there, and glue left over when you put a finish on can stop a stain from taking, or stop a finish from hanging on nicely. So, whoops. There we have it. Yeah, people are always afraid of putting water near wood, but don't be. When you think about it, that's how it grows. I'm concentrating. Okay, that's it. Now we'll just wait for that to dry. Whoops. And then tomorrow, we can put that F-clef in there that we want to. And what I will do on these corners here, because they're weak, I'll put some butterflies in, which I'll do after they're dry. So I'll put that down there. And I'll just glue this one together. This is a gluing block I was doing the other day, which I wanted to turn something in. But before we go there, where are we up to? Yeah, I'm in trouble. It takes me 20 minutes to get there, but apparently I have to leave an hour earlier, just in case. Where did that bit of jarrah go that I had? Anyone remember what I put it yesterday? Hang on, I'll go and get another bit. It'll be right. Oh. Not jarrah, ebony. What am I talking about? Oh. Here we go. And 2 bits of this. There we go. And for this, I'm using high glue. Oh, yuck. Oh, I just got a throat full of dead animal. Yuck. All right, now. And again, double gluing. So glue the timber, glue the veneer, put that on top of there, put a bit of glue on there. Now I've got to make sure I get this the right way. And I didn't, how's that? I got that wrong around face, but it doesn't matter. Here we go. Put that one there. So it's good that I checked. And we put this. Which way are we going? I marked these the other day so I know what face is meant to go where. And this, hopefully I'll show you in a wood turning stream what I'm trying to achieve. I had a real good look through through Google, and I couldn't see anybody that had done what I'm doing here, so I might be a trendsetter, you never know. There we go. And the last bit. Okay. Yuck. Yeah. All right. So I can't even explain what I'm doing yet until it... I'll take some water off of that too. Oh! Until I can see myself that what I actually want to achieve is happening. But it's not going to be earth-shattering, but I think it's going to be interesting. Okay. Yeah. Put that in here. And tighten that up. And have a look in there. That's good. Slipped a little bit. Let me just unslip it. That will do. All right, so mission accomplished. I've done the bit I wanted to do on the music stand. That's up to date, so I can get back in and do that tomorrow. Where's that rag? And just looking at the clock, I better go and have something to eat or be in more trouble. Oh, she just cares about me. What can I tell you? No. Over it. I'm not doing that at the market anymore. Totally over it. I much prefer doing woodwork. Water spraying device is one of the... Oh, that's good. Thanks, Max. Have you tried stream when smoothing and sanding? Oh, dear. What, Mark, g'day, mate. How are you? What do you know? 2 streams away. It is. It's good, isn't it? In between showers. Oh, well, anyway, that's it. So it was just honestly, just a quick one, just because I wanted to show you how to put that together. And then when it's dry and we've got it done, I'll cut these little sections out here and you'll get a nice little even what do you call it? Scalloped effect. So that's for tomorrow. Only that's going to be at Theo's place. So in the meantime, this is Steve pulling the shed door down and saying, hey, thanks for your company, everyone, for coming along. And yes, it was big deal, 2 streams in one day, but it's all good. So this is Steve pulling the shed door down saying, remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe. Look after yourself, be kind to each other, and I look forward to having your company in one of the workshops at a workbench very, very soon. Bye for now.